Hi, this is Oliver Duck,
And this is Henry is grade 15 here.
and here on our first Classic Sundays, the most total day of the week, we bring you Tinder Engines. This story was in season 3, and in my opinion, varied extremely from the Railway series story that it was based off of from, which was Tenders for Henry, I believe. Um, there's a lot of points about Johnny and I are going to point out, and let's just start. Do you have any points to add, Johnny?
Not really. I mean, I haven't really read the Railway series book, Tenders for Henry. But overall, like, I really can't really have anything bad to say about this episode, really, that I know of, because I haven't reviewed the I haven't reviewed the Railway series of that episode. But anyways, let's get to this review.
All right. So, 3, 2, 1.
One morning, Gordon was in the yard taking on a large load.
George Caroline.
It's Carlin. Carlin, not
That's
Caroline.
the third load of coal
Oh,
you've had today,
wow.
Gordon, said James. Some might say you're being rather greedy. I'm an important engine, replied Gordon.
And some say that you're a stuck-up fuckface. Did I say that?
Doubt you would understand that, James.
This
James
guy's a
shrugged
great
his
comedy
shoulders
act,
like
too.
nothing. Later, Gordon was taking on water from the
Hey,
See,
look,
station.
it's
this is
Edward.
Water towers
in
are
the
good
Railway
for you.
series, this is in Barrow and Furnace.
I wouldn't drink too much of that
Because
water if I
we're
were you.
destroying all the water pipes in this time because it was during the
What's this? An
modernization
educated
program.
Gordon Day? First James, now you, Duck. Big engines have big needs. Little engines are
And
just
this was in
annoying.
past tense
Said
in the
in a
sheds of
warning
the
way,
Railway
Duck.
series.
Later, Gordon steamed into the yard at the big station. That's what I need,
See, this scene
exclaimed
here was
Gordon,
Oh my
completely
god.
different.
emerging out of the
This
shed.
scene was completely different here. I'll
Now,
talk
if I
about it
had 10
later. Let's just
carriages
watch
ready,
it.
Gordon, I wouldn't need to stop so
I
often.
thought the Flying
At least
Scotsman
just
had
stay a little later.
a water tanker. They look like two coal
Those
tenders to
tenders
me.
belong to a visitor,
Yeah, it's
replied
a
Henry.
goof they made in the
Don't they
TV
look
series.
Inside
like
a
coal
level
tenders?
alongside.
Yeah, this scene is
Well, James,
completely
that would
different
make it
in the
hard,
Railway
isn't it?
series.
But I'm
What
afraid
it
we
is,
all know that
Gordon's
tenders
feeling
get
depressed,
stale in the end.
and
We
at
diesels
one
are taking
day,
longer to
leaving the
run than
station, he
we
tells the
need for
flight
weeks and
controller
weeks.
why he's depressed is
Not
because the
every
diesels on the
passenger
other
can
railway
afford
telling him
those
that
per se.
the
Henry's
modernization
feeling
program has
just the
finished
same.
and all the steam locomotives are gone and dieselized,
I'm not
and
happy,
the flight controller
Gordon.
gets the
I
Flying
know you said
Scotsman to
that.
come to
It's
cheer
all
up
right.
Gordon,
It's
his
not
only
your
last
fault, he
remaining
protested.
relative.
It's... Of course it is, interrupted Henry. That water's bad.
This
Have a
scene
good
here was pretty
washout.
much the
Then
same,
you'll feel it
except the
different
Flying
engine.
Scotsman
Your
was there.
boiler must be full of sludge. Don't be vulgar, puffed Gordon. He backed down onto his train, hissing mournfully.
This is the scene I talked
I
about
guess the
Cheerful,
people
earlier.
were too
said the
cheap to
top man.
include the Flying
I
Scotsman,
can't
like give him a
say.
face or
Yeah,
anything.
Listen what
that's
Diesel says,
exactly why.
sir.
They were too
What does
cheap
he
to do it the
say?
proper way.
The
They
Diesels are
had to
taking
cheap
over.
out and make the
Don't worry,
tenders.
Gordon. That will never happen on
They would have
my
done it the
watch.
Railway Series way if it wasn't for
One
this.
more thing, sir. Why did the visitor have two tenders? Because he lives on a railway with long distances between coaling depots. Gordon felt better. But Henry started complaining. He banged some cars angrily.
Douglas Donald Duck having roles for once.
I deserve
I
another
thought
tender.
The only
Duck
thing I'm
whistled
saying is,
something to Duck.
I thought Henry
Finally,
would be
Gordon said,
smarter than to like fall for one of Duck's plans, but
Henry, would you like my
Well, Duck
tender?
is pretty
that's what
good.
they made the tender
George,
engines out to be.
what have you got to do with tenders?
Well, Duck is pretty
All right,
smart,
said
you
Duck.
know.
Deal's off. Would you like them, Donald? I wouldn't deprive you
Yeah.
of the honor, replied Donald. It is a great honor, continued Duck thoughtfully, but I'm only a tanker. Perhaps James might. I'm sorry I was rude, said Henry hastily. How many tenders have you?
Yeah, because James doesn't need no tenders. James does not need no tenders. He does not need
I
no
have
tenders at all.
6. You can have the receipt.
That just
6
sounds so
tenders.
unrealistic. Even if
Hey,
they were like functioning tenders, like
hey,
how like
do
that
you
would
want
just
the
be so
tenders?
unrealistic.
Henry was excited. all the
Henry's
more.
scene without the flying kipper,
Do you think it will be all right?
right
He
there.
asked for the umpteenth time.
He should be pulling the flying kipper instead of be wanting 6 tenders.
But never hear Henry's happy see him
The other engines
very
waited for
rarely.
their
I think only a few times.
But Henry wasn't as
No,
much
Henry, you
excited.
fell for it. I hate you.
Rickroll.
Shut up, Ted. Shut up, Meg.
Scrapyard tenders.
Had a good wash
From the
Shut up, Meg.
scrapyard barrel and furnace.
Shut up,
those
Meg.
Engines are being torn up.
engine now. Henry was not sure, but he thought
6 Stevens got strapped that day. The only thing I'm going to say is 6 Stephens got scrapped that day.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about that, Johnny?
Overall, it's a good watch. I mean, I really have nothing really bad to say about it because I really haven't seen any of the Railway series. But, overall, like, I thought it was a really good watch. I thought it was a really good watch. Even though that it's not really faithful to the Railway series, as you put it, it is still a really good episode. It's basically, it's really just a sweet pleasure, basically.
Now, you rank it without any of my opinions in mind.
I would rank it basically a 16 or 17 out of 20, but with your opinions, it sort of makes me realize, hey, like, they should have
It's
been more
unrealistic.
faithful to the Real Life series. It was really
And it-
unrealistic.
And it's not as, I just hated the scene where Diesel's talking. That's just so immature. Like,
True.
it's
That's
just
what
lowers
he
the level of
does.
the show. And
That's what he does.
the Flying Scotsman is not the kind of proud, noble gentleman of Sir Topham Hatt getting the Flying Scotsman to visit. You don't get the Flying Scotsman as a reliance. And I would personally, I would probably rank it 10 out of 20, only because of how it butchered me from the Railway series.
Hmm.
That's just the only thing. If there was no Railway series, I might go up to a 12, but it's just the immatureness of Diesel. And the fact that he doesn't actually work on the railway. In the Railway series, he only appeared in 2 Railway series books, and he was sent away, sent away on end of both of them.
True. But still, it's a good watch. But with your opinion and your research and your insight, I would possibly give this episode about a 13 or 14 out of 20.
Yeah. Well, that's it for our first Classic Sunday. See you in a week when we do our next Fail Friday.